You too. What's going on? It's your boy, Life of Tone, back with another one today, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to the new channel. This is the first live stream on the new channel. I got a special guest with me, man. Probably my closest cousins, man. I got my man Lucky Looch with me in the building tonight,
Hey,
man.
what up, world?
On
What's
a
up, world?
beautiful
What up, Tone? What up,
Tuesday
man?
evening. So you know what I'm saying, if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, my cousin here, he a rapper, DMV rapper, you know what I'm saying. His name
Mhm.
is Lucky Looch. If you want to go check out his music, I will put his SoundCloud in the link down below after the live show on the playback. So you want to go
Respect.
check out his music, man. Very motivational music. You know what I'm saying? Not the trap rap you hear in today's world, but
Mhm.
it's a dope vibe. You know what I'm saying? Got a
Yeah,
little
man.
Drake vibe, a little Kendrick vibe. You know what I'm saying? That if you on that side of the rap scene, you like that type of stuff, go check them out.
Yeah,
Really dope music,
word,
man. And I appreciate it for
word.
coming on. I would like to introduce himself real quick, and then we'll go ahead and
Hey,
start the thing.
hey, appreciate that, cuz. Appreciate the introduction, man. What up, world? What up, world? I go by the name of Lucky Looch. Angelo's the real name, man. I'm in this transition. I rap, but the beginning of rap, man, my goal was to use rap as a platform to be able to talk to the world on a greater stage. You see what I mean? Like it's bigger than music, but music is the influential piece that helps, you know what I'm saying, get people together on the same, you know what I'm saying, operating on the same level, the same mindset. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm all about, man. And the music will convey that. You follow me on Facebook, it'll convey that as well. We on a mindset. I'm on a mindset of changing the narrative. You know, I've hashtagged that plenty of times. My cousin's giving us the platform to really talk about, you know what I mean, what we're really trying to accomplish. You know what I mean, what I'm really trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? It's a disciplinary, mindset. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the psyche to understand that, you know what I mean, we need to change the narrative. You know what I mean? When I think about, you know what I'm saying, change the narrative, I mean two things. One, the rewriting of history. History should not repeat itself. History should not repeat itself. We need to rewrite it. You know what I mean? And secondly, just redirect the future. You see what I mean? Redirect the future. And we look back generations from now. I want to be a part of a generation that's really changing what's going on out here. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. Really setting the tone out here. And it's funny, tone, you know what I mean, is a perfect, you know what I'm saying, analogy what's going on. You know what I mean? So because everything's fitting perfectly, man. You know, I appreciate the time you give me to speak and let's talk about this, bro. For real. Appreciate it, cuz of
No problem. So
yeah, man.
basically, like Big Cuzzo said, man, we just trying to change the narrative on these streets. We're trying to change how people move,
Hmm.
how people think, change their psyche, change their way of thinking. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, you working a 9 to 5, how about you go be an entrepreneur? Go make
Hmm.
your own bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about.
Don't be a slave to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Go get your
Hmm.
own bag. Instead of listening to this rap music and let it influence how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? You hear how these dudes being shooters and this. Change your mindset, you know what I'm saying? Change what music you listen to a little bit. Listen a little bit of something that's more positive and more positive messages. Stuff
Definitely.
like that. The little stuff that you do, which will definitely change the way your life is.
Yeah, man, and really, man, I like how you touched on that, man. Music is the ultimate, you know what I mean? It's the ultimate source of our voice. You see what I'm saying? Music is. You see what Lil Baby did with his song. I mean, he touched a mass of people because he touched on subjects that need to be touched on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could turn up all day, but you can't turn up 24/7. You know what I mean? Eventually, you have to, face the real world and what you're going through. You know what I mean? You can't block that out turning up. You got to slow down. You gotta
Right.
turn down. Really, it's the opposite. But don't get me wrong, that music is beneficial because that helps us throughout our days, man, through work, through just our everyday, you know what I'm saying, lives. We need music to help motivate us. So anything that motivates people to get up off the ass, I'm all for it. As long as that music don't force you into a mindset of thinking you're entitled, that something's gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? That you can. There's an easy way. You cannot have that mentality, especially being, you know what I'm saying, not to get too racial, being a black man. We can't have that mentality. We got to know that the shortcuts is where we end up being blocked by something that was put there because the knew was going to try to take a shortcut. You feel me?
Most
Like
stuff. Most stuff.
all this is in place, man. And changing the narrative begins with us understanding that the reality that we're in is somewhat false, man. It was the playing field is not level, and we know this. So we have to have an understanding that relying, hoping that political figures will come into play and pass legislation to balance things out. You have to know that those same political figures are the same, you know, passed down generations from before. I'm not calling everybody, you know what I'm saying, racist in that sense. I'm just saying, like, you have to understand that the playing field was never level. So we have to
Yeah.
understand as a people, we have to level it ourselves. You feel me? That's why changing the narrative, not expecting anyone to do anything else for us. It's us kind of like taking on an oath to protect, to you know what I'm saying, to take care of one
Yeah.
another. You know what I'm saying, to be there for one another. You feel me? Like for real,
100
like not just saying it, but taking an oath, yo. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Not,
Like
not, not, not just said, but your actions speak louder than your words.
yeah, man. Like literally being kind to each other. Like we practice that. Like I'm telling you that. Like that is the most like that is the integral piece to all this. We practice being kind to one another and practice being courteous and being respectful. And I'm telling you, like, and we start literally being there for each other. We'll start to understand that now it's about protecting each other from the oppressor, whoever the oppressor may be. Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, anything set to stop or alter what you're trying, you know what I'm saying, be successful. Anything trying to stop that, yo, we'll be more prepared to handle that if we start to like really, you know what I'm saying, come down to reality that we have to know that the world we living in is, or should I say the nation we living in is designed not to be level. And we have the only way to level the playing field is if we do it. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us. You feel me? And that's changing the way we think, like you said, what we listen to, how we act, how we conduct ourselves, just the whole everything, and make the world and make the nation see like, nah, motherfuckers ain't, excuse you, people ain't playing no more. Like they on, you know what I'm saying? They're not playing games. They really want change because they bringing it about themselves without our help, and make them look at themselves in the mirror like, why you been taking so long with these baby steps? You feel me? Like that's where I'm at with changing the narrative, cause like, you know what I'm saying, across the board, yo, like music included, yo. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's
Mm-hmm.
every aspect of life, from the music,
Word,
become
man.
finances, that becomes who you're around with, who you surround yourself with. Your
Mm-hmm.
circle, you know what I'm saying? If you got a circle full of hitters, what you gonna become, you know what I'm saying? If you got a circle
Yeah.
full of hitters, man, who are sophisticated, who respect themselves, that's what you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
become. If you have a
Yeah, man.
you have a circle of a little bit of both, you're gonna have a little bit of both.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? You
and
can
most
one day
circles.
you can be ready to do whatever,
Yeah,
protect your own, but also you're professional. You know what I'm saying? So
but you know
it
what I'm
all
saying.
depends on what you surround yourself with, and what do you do every day. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's an everyday thing. You don't just say, "Oh, change the narrative." You know what I'm saying,
Yeah, man. It's
change it one day. You go and you revert back to what you were
the key
before.
word, cause integrity.
Integrity.
And just and really, really, man. I mean to really kind of get back to it. When I say, we need to get in tune with everything, with kindness and being good and being, nice. That comes with connecting with God. Once we connect with God, then everything else falls into place. You see what I'm saying? We're
Wholeheartedly
disconnected.
agree with you, cuz.
You feel me? We're disconnected.
Wholeheartedly agree with you, cuz.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, cuz, like if we're, and that's what's happening. We're missing God in our lives, and that really is the kind of like the root of all this. For real, like nine kind, it really is. It's the root of everything. You know what I'm saying? And we to get back on change the narrative, we talk about what this country has done and taking us from our ancestry roots, but we don't ever talk about how to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't ever talk about how to mentally get back to it and stop thinking that it's a physical thing. It's a mental thing. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't stop focusing on reality that we've been taught for generations and know that it's been manipulated and you know what I'm saying, to be the way it is. You see what I'm saying? It just is the way it is, and we have to know that and implement our own ways of doing things. I had this idea, cause like not to sound radical, I had this idea. You know how like when
Mhm.
police pull you over, correct? And they always tend to bring backup, right? And if
Of
we
course.
had our own, if each city, each community, each urban community had something implemented as to where we the backup as well. So say like somebody get pulled over and they can call backup as well. And somebody pulls up just to say, listen, we're here just to make sure everything runs smoothly. We're not here to antagonize. We ain't here to do nothing. We're here to just literally watch over the situation. It's almost like the overseer of the law to make sure they doing their job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I get
we
what you're saying.
and we and nobody's ain't no political figure would implement that. That's something that each
No.
individual oath has to kind of take each city and understand. Like, you know what? Ain't no politics. Because think about politics. Just think about it. We know what's going on. We know about the injustices. We know about the unfairness. But for some reason, it's still baby steps. We hear the word baby steps. We're heading in the right direction. We hear strides. That doesn't make any sense to me anymore. You feel me? It's almost like I'm done with the fabricated, like, you know what I'm saying, like truths.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? It don't add
Propaganda is
up no more.
bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
need, if we want
propaganda
change
is.
for real, we have to look at the time. We're in 2020. Change the narrative. We have to know like the resources. Like there's ample resources. We're not cavemen. We're not old. We have, there's different ways to attack the source. You know, without being, you know what I'm saying, overly aggressive, but being understanding how things work and operate. You see what I'm saying? Money. You know, finding how to get money back into the communities. Like you just said earlier, you hit right on it. Get out of this 9 to 5. The psyche has to be to own something. If you selling the shirt in your city, in your neighborhood, everybody should be buying your shirt in your neighborhood. If they're not, they're messing up the money income. They're messing up the money flow. Everybody in that same area should buy a shirt from that person. If somebody's selling a cup of tea, everybody should buy that cup of tea in that area. If they don't, that money's being pushed out of that area, then you got a poor area now. You see what I'm saying? Like it's almost common sense, yo. We just don't understand that because they didn't necessarily teach us that. They don't want to teach us to own businesses. They don't want to teach us to own it. They want us just to work, you know, get a paycheck, and do it again next week. You know what I'm saying? And that's the cycle we got to break. And that's what they change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like
they teach you, first of all, go to college, get all these damn loans, get on this debt. And you go back out of school, you get this 9 to 5. Yeah, you making 40, 50 grand a year, but
and the cost of living, it don't match.
About 15 to 2000 go back to student loans, so they get paid off the loan. You already took out the loan, so you're in this damn debt. You gotta pay it because you gotta make sure your credit's up.
I'm saying
it's just a loop of.
That's
it's just a loop of.
I mean, that's just American
never
for
ending
you.
crap.
That's American politics. That's American commerce for you. That's they set it up that way. You see what I'm saying? So
the
basically,
the economic system.
What we have to understand is the system was set up by individuals, human beings. It wasn't set up by God. Those are human people who made those things happen.
Exactly.
So we as
oligarchy people set up those things.
We as human we have human capabilities. What up?
You keep on though.
Nah, like just understand we have the same capabilities to implement our same establishments. Like it's literally a simple ideology that everybody has to grasp. You feel me? They did it. Anybody who made any society, colonized any society, had a certain set of individuals, or everybody who got in the same operating mindset and made it happen. You feel me? Like I don't understand, and that's what we need to get back to, dog. Like really understanding that we are given the same, you know what I'm saying, capacity, you know what I'm saying, mentally, and understanding what to do as well. We just got to stop adapting and adapting to the environment that we're in. You see what I'm saying? We got to make our own environment. You feel me? Cuz like I know sometimes I feel like, you know what I'm saying, my whole standpoint can come off as preaching, but at the same time, it's like I rather, you know what I'm saying, listen and hear this and talk about this than have my mind consumed by something else, whether it be Cardi B and Offset divorcing, whether it be entanglements with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, or anything that doesn't necessarily matter to the growth of my culture. That shit literally is like and I think about the social media platform, how they just watch us, man. They watch what we care about. They watch what we love. They feed off what we want to do. And they just, you know what I'm saying? If we start to like show more like, you know what I'm saying, like unity for real and like love and care between each other and less of that hate and fake shit, they'll see that and be like, yo, what they up to? What everybody up to right now? Everybody kind of getting along. What's going on? I ain't got nothing to point out. I can't point out this. I can't point out black on black. I can't point out none of this for some reason. That's because we literally took it out of the, you know what I'm saying, out of the oppressor's mouth. You feel me?
Yeah,
like, this shit real, cuz like I remember I was in schools, and I'm gonna touch on one thing. It may touch me the wrong way, but just bear with me. When I was in school, back in high school, I had a teacher, Mr. Vincent. He taught us about like, you know, how we're the only people, black people are the only people that really like take something back from the oppressor that was used to oppress us. So what I'm saying is, think about the word nigga, how we use that shit as brothers. Like, what's up, nigga? What's up? That's what we do, right? That's our brotherly slang. Do you realize that we live that word was used to demean us, to put us down, to degrade us? That word was used to like describe us in a way that is like, you know what I'm saying? So we literally, at some point in history, we changed the narrative and said, nah, y'all not saying that no more. You see what I'm saying? At some point, there was a narrative change. Like somebody said, nah, we're gonna take the word out of the oppressor and use it for ourselves. Like that means like we have capabilities to have, like, you see what I'm saying? Like to change the way things are. Like literally
to change
everything. Not just bullshit. I'm talking about real change. Like everything that they're doing was about getting, you know, the minority involved in America. So they were doing everything they can to make us feel involved. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, though, we just have to really understand what this country is built off, yo. Like, don't get me wrong, we've made strides. The country has. I'm all for it. But at the same time, those strides aren't enough no more. You see what I'm saying? Now it's like we need to implement some real change. If they ain't gonna do it, we gotta do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's what it boils down, and that's where I'm at with it. If they ain't gonna do it, we gonna do it. And if we gonna do it, we gotta really talk about it, like we're doing right now. Really talk
I
about it.
agree.
You feel
I
me?
agree. Definitely. Most def, cuz you got
Yeah, cuz.
great points there, cuz I can't deny that.
Word, man.
When I first heard you put I first saw the hashtag.
Yeah.
It just meant so much to me. It meant
Mm-hmm.
so many levels of changing things, like not just on the surface of changing how you act as an
Word.
individual, but change how you spread that positivity to others. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
infectious.
word,
How
dog.
the negativity is infectious, and how the devil can affect things for us. We can spread
Mm-hmm.
that positivity. It could become infectious. It could become a, I guess, a quote quote pandemic of positivity. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. You're right.
Instead of us spreading negativity and da 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 and
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, what's going on and COVID and da 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 and
Yeah, man.
infection and that,
Like all
and
that,
instead of
man.
stressing yourself about it, we need to be thankful for the things that we do have going on positive for us.
Man, you
You know,
hit
we
me,
have to use
cuz.
that positive to push us forward instead of us keeping the negatives. Keeping about the negative spreads like wildfire. And then now we got all this negativity going on our planet. So that's what I think.
Nah,
Like it's just an attitude. It's a mindset.
nah, absolutely, cuz, and that's really, the gist of it. It's pushing a mindset. It's an ideology. And people see me preach constantly about not being victim. You know what I mean? I'm aware of everything
You can't play
because
victim.
I am me, so I know what I face. But you cannot be a victim in this world. Understand? Our ancestors been through worse. So right now we gotta look at what we have in front of
Agreed.
us. You see what I'm saying? Like we ain't victim to nothing. If anything, times have changed, and we're going to enforce that change. And that starts with a mindset. It don't start with nothing really, attain, like, we can touch. It's really the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that this is enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of what I'm seeing. It seems like the same thing over and over again, whether it be a police killing, whether it be another brother shooting another brother. Something that always tends to happen. Either one of the two seems to happen every day, if not every week. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? So that's obviously our biggest problem. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's obviously our two biggest problems. And if we can agree on that, like that's a start. That's a start, yo.
Yeah, we gotta agree what issues are going on,
Yeah, man.
what's
That's
going
that's
on in our world.
yo. We have to agree, yo. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
We
I know
can't,
when you gotta know not when to bring other issues into it. You gotta know when to focus on certain issues, yo. Like for real. Like the one issue,
yeah,
like I said, is police brutality, which is why I come up with the idea we need to have some response team, son. I mean, everybody need to take an oath and
the true
respond.
response team. Yeah.
Period. A response team, yo. I think back at Adams Morgan, remember them what was them little dudes called? It'd be like a little group of military looking dudes. I think they called them something.
I think how
Yo,
you talking about.
you ever see
Oh
one of them?
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot what they were.
yeah. We went down there one time and it was deep as hell.
Yeah, and I was trying to understand who they were. Come to find out, they're like literally like community of young men who literally like there to like help people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
kind of like
yeah,
a police force, but really like to help if somebody needs something. And imagine if we had that safety net. If you pulled over by a cop, you could hit a damn button and say, hold on, hey, distress. And you got people in the city who respond to that call. Everybody post up, hey, we here just to make sure everything's straight. We ain't antagonizing nothing, bro. You want to make an issue, we will. But if everybody start knowing their law, knowing the rules, and knowing your, like, you know what I'm saying, your human rights, you can do the same thing in what you see these cops doing. You can do the same thing seeing what these crazy ass white folk doing who carry guns like it's nothing. You can do the same thing, bro. I'm telling you. We just
I
have to
agree.
understand how to do that in a way that, you know what I'm saying, that if one person does it, somebody got his back. He not looking all stupid by himself out there. You see what I'm
I
saying? Like
get you.
everybody got to move the same way. You feel
I
me? And
got.
that means like enhancing the mindsets, like coming up with like some programs to enhance youth, young men to understand how to handle police encounters. It's not necessarily don't fold, don't be no bitch. Yes sir, yes sir. Know your rights. Know how to move. Know how to literally know how to.
Agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like when a cop pull up, know exactly what to say. Hey, listen, I'm this, I'm that. I got this on record. I'm recording this. I'm recording that. I got everything set up. Like this is some real shit. Don't fuck with me. Do it by the book. If,
Yeah,
if,
I
if,
agree.
if everybody if everybody had that same strong approach and not just to pull my phone out and yell at them, you gotta have an approach. You gotta have like a disciplinary
You have a
disciplined
game plan.
approach.
You have a game plan.
You feel me, cuz? Like, that's what I mean. Like, and that's where, like, even if I don't
You
have
have a
like,
course of action. Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Even if I don't have like the resources to make it
Shout out to the
happen.
4 we got in here, man. We got 4 people watching. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Word. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all hope y'all getting informed, man, because this is some real shit we talking, dog. Like, real shit. I hope y'all getting informed. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, like I said, I may not have the resources. And that's the beauty of it. Like, that's the beauty of enlightening the minds of everybody thinking the same. Somebody may have the resources. Somebody may be in a better position to make that kind of call and say, you know, that's a good idea. That's an excellent idea. And they be able to back that idea. You feel me? But if we're not putting no ideas out and we're expecting politicians to do it, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's almost like, come on, those are the same people that oppressed us. I'm not saying everybody's racist. I said oppressed. Oppressed means keep somebody down. I ain't say you hate us. I said keep us down. It's a difference. And I think that's what happens in this country. We've gotten so like independent that it's designed to keep us at a certain level, and they don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to, like, yo, they can't control us if everybody has the same mindset, yo. It's impossible, dog.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You know what I'm saying? It's impossible. But if we get in this crab in a barrel bucket and pull each other down when somebody's trying to really make a difference, like, that's not what you need right now. It's not time to disbelieve. It's time to believe. You feel me? Like, I think that's what people don't want to grasp right now. Like, you're never going to see God. God will never reveal himself to you. I don't think God will ever reveal himself to anyone until the day of judgment. So until then, you have to just believe and have faith that God's going to touch people in certain ways. And God's going to get the message across to the world in some way, form, or fashion. Through somebody, through some action or event. Like, it's going to come through and people will believe. But I don't want it to get to the point where it's too late. You feel me? I want people to understand that this life ain't ours, yo. Like, everybody's living life like it's just we here and that's it. It's called a hereafter. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only answer that scientists can't figure out. That's the only answer that these doctors don't know. What happens after death? And because they can't grasp that, because they can't answer that, people are gonna live a life right now that makes them feel like this is it. That means I gotta be the most rich, I gotta be the most greedy, I gotta be the most this, I gotta be the most that, because this is it. But that's not it. And all the true believers know that is not it. You feel me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I wholeheartedly agree with that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, yeah, you gotta live every day like it's your last, because you don't know when that time is gonna come. You
like your last.
don't know when God's gonna call. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, instead of living your life like, oh, I gotta be this rich MFO, I gotta have all this money. Ain't nothing wrong having some money. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not.
If you gonna go chase the bag, unquote, you know what I mean? At least when you do get there, I'm gonna speak to existence. Whoever wants to go do that,
I feel you.
give back to the people who are less fortunate. You know what I'm saying? Because God blesses a cheerful giver. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I was at my first conference at a church service, which is very beautiful. They say God blesses a cheerful giver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
He doesn't cheer someone that just gives for nothing. That's something he thinks that God would want to do. Nah, you do that because you want to do it, and because God would want you to do it. You want to be able to give back and respect people and show that love to others. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You could be rich one day and be stuck in the shithole the next day.
Word. Nah, shoot shit, yo.
I'm homeless. I'm in that position with that person. Well, that's all 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the NBA players going broke. Look all these rappers going broke.
Yeah, man, it happens, yo.
Now they broke. They broke as hell. Don't know how to pay their bills. That's why I'll be homeless somewhere. So you always want to give back to other people, because you don't know when you'll ever be in that position. You always want to give back to others, because it's out of love and respect for other people.
I know.
They humans like you are. They bleed like you bleed. We all die. We all human. This temporary shell, this is gonna go away. So
I just think, even if you just stop for a second and think, like, yo, you trying to tell me that when I die, my life go blank and that's it? Nah, man. It won't even. You can't even grasp that concept, because you can't imagine a life of straight blank.
Comment. Let me pin this comment real quick.
Go ahead.
A wife commented, "You should live your life, but it should not. It should be a life that you're proud of." I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Absolutely, man. You should absolutely.
That's the perfect comment there. You should be proud of your life
Be proud, yo. Like
when your clock run out, you should look at the rest of your life and you get that flashback. Like, I know this song.
yo, she
Help a lot of
absolutely right,
people.
yo. That's a
Yeah,
great comment. You're absolutely right. I mean, you have to be proud of what you do, man. Like, and that comes down to the 9 to 5 that I'm doing. Like, what you're probably doing. Like, am I proud? That's a good question. I'm a proud father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a proud individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud that I do work. You feel me? But I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, what makes I think being proud, man. Like, if you're not, if you're not putting God first, and you're not proud of the person you are, it ain't gonna matter what you do. You got to be proud of the person you are, in God's eyes. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, God sees what's in your heart. God sees all of that. The stuff that you probably hiding.
When you said it the other day, that resonated with me.
Word
It made my body shake. It was like,
was that.
you're damn right. That's
You
crazy.
know what I'm saying? Like,
It felt like it just felt like I
nah,
just
man.
felt it
Because
coming over me. Like
I
it
think
was.
about everything. Like, I think about even down to the charity that you're talking about. Like, think about giving to people. Like, a lot of times we don't give to people because we think, you know what I'm saying, like, they're probably lying. They don't really need it. They don't really, you know what I mean? They're going to use it for this. They're going to use it for that. But like you said, you do it for yourself. See, it don't matter what they do with it. And your heart, and God's heart, he knows you did it just because out of the kindness of your heart. Whether they did something right or wrong with it doesn't even matter. But for yourself, you did that. So you hit it right in the head, dog. Like charity,
Yeah,
giving to people. Like, how
you
many
gotta be
times, like,
less selfish and I mean less selfish and much more
yeah,
selfless.
man, that you really care. That means you really care for people. You know what I'm
God
saying?
rewards a cheerful giver, man. He does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man, no doubt, yo.
All people I'm in business with, you know what I'm saying? I see them with they big old houses and all that. They got through the hard work and dedication they put in. Don't get me wrong. They ain't
Yeah,
just waiting to became rich now.
it
But
don't happen that way.
they gave back when they didn't even have it. Listen, man, I
See,
can't
you
pay
see what
my
I'm
bills.
saying, yo? Like, see what I'm saying, yo? Like,
I'm gonna put my ties. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
nah, that builds character. That builds integrity. That's what God sees. A lot of
That
times
builds
it's
intentional
not.
fortitude.
It ain't gonna be no physical pat on the back. A lot of times in this life, humanity's not even gonna see the good that you do. They won't notice the good you do till you're gone. But know that God, I'm telling you, God
God
knows
be
all
all.
the good that you
What's
do, bro.
going
Like,
on?
I feel it. Like I said, there's nothing that can make it, like, obviously factual if going by European text, but feeling alone, yo, like these feelings are real. God is all you gotta do is look at the divine around you, like things that aren't man-made, and it'll make so much sense as to, like, you know what I mean? You'll see that man went another way. The reason why things are the way they are today is because man went another direction away from God, in so many directions, and that's
Yeah.
why things are the way they are. And in America, you gotta understand. I don't like to get too biblical, but sometimes you need to, and sometimes you need to get some religion in there. Like, America itself is a cursed country. We know, what they've done. It's fully known. So God knows what they've done, but they can reconcile because, like, we're still here. Everybody can change and repent. We're still here. Anybody
Yeah.
with hate in their heart got a chance to repent, yo. You see what I'm saying? They do. It's just this country. It's a
Yeah.
lot of blood in this soil. A lot of innocent
Yeah.
blood. You see what I'm
Man, it's
saying? A lot of innocent blood. So because of that,
a
it's
lot of
even
blood.
harder for God to see the righteous. But he does see the right. It's just hard to see through all this hate, this hatred in the world, bro. You know what
All
I'm
this
saying?
darkness.
Yeah,
All this.
and we should not possess that amongst each other. Of a minority race, we should not possess that. It don't make any sense, especially black. After we know what our ancestors went, it doesn't make any sense for us to hate each other. It don't make any sense for
Yeah,
us to mean mug each
kill
other.
each other.
It doesn't even
You
make any sense to me, bro. Like, I have a hard time grasping it. I get mad when people
yeah,
mean mug me.
I don't understand why we kill each other.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it at all. Anybody, I always get some kind of response that has something to do with that has something to do with racism. That has something to do with what they implemented. So then right away, I always say the same things. And now, like I said, take that
Why do we
ideology out of your
continue to
mind.
kill
Then
each other? I always ask that question. Why? Why? All right.
there's no
Why
answer.
not? I'm gonna interrupt you, cuz. But why? But
There's no answer, bro.
I always iterate this too.
You
Why do I have to walk across the street and get mugged by 10 people? You see a group of dudes, they all mugging.
It's simple.
Why? Why when they see you, you know what I'm saying? You got little outfit on, something like that, and they want to rob you. We got
See,
the
man,
same
like
skin color. We from the
because
same neighborhood.
okay,
Bro.
they gonna
For
say
what, bro?
because those
You
are
gonna
the
put a gun in my
have-nots.
face, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. What?
Nah, dog, that's not cool, man. That's not cool, yo, at all. Like, but like I
Like,
said,
what's
that's
the reasoning for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna rob me? Okay, cool, bro. But now that caused retaliation. Now I'm gonna run up on you with this 9 and blow your brains out. And now
yo.
I'm dead wrong because I killed this person. But they don't know what happened in the first place to even start the retaliation. So it's like a cycle. It's a cycle of hatred that cannot be
See what I'm
broken.
saying?
We
And it and it
cannot
and it
respect
and
each
it
other
and it
as
and it
a
boils
human
down.
race in general and as African American people in general. We
See,
just cannot respect each other. And that's the
and
damn
the
problem.
root, and the root boils down to, you know what I'm saying, us wanting what was created and thinking is good for us. Like who gives like a pair of jeans that cost X amount of money for what? Why does those
What?
jeans cost the X amount of money? What makes those jeans worth stealing for? What makes those jeans? What really makes it? Is it the fact that it costs more because someone told you it costs this much? You trying to tell me it's literally because it has to be because someone told you it costs this much. Because if someone told you it costs 10
It
cents,
costs a grand.
if someone told you it costs 10 cents, if someone told you it costs 10 cents, would it matter then? Would you ride for that 10 cents? Nah, you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. It's because you think
They're down
because
our
that
pay.
man
Now
told
you
you.
gonna rob.
You know what I'm saying? And once we get away from like materialistic shit and realize that they literally do that for us to do that, that is designed for us to do that to each other because we don't have shit.
All
You
right,
see what
now I
I'm
love
saying?
you. Hey,
They
cap,
put
man.
that shit and
Chill, bro.
I'm telling you though, and if we know that though, like when we know that, that's when we have to like change it because we
Yeah,
know it, yo.
Chanel also commented, people have become materialistic. I don't
Man,
agree. People
that's
have
it,
become materialistic. You know what I'm saying? And
yo.
my thing is nothing wrong with it to a fault, but if when you make it become your life, that's the problem.
Yeah, nah,
There's nothing wrong with looking nice here and there, buying nice stuff. That's
nah, you want to live
but,
a life. You want to live nice.
yeah,
Nah, I'm with you, cuz. I get that. No doubt. I do,
but
yo. I do.
when it becomes your life and it's like, damn, bro, I can't afford this. I'm gonna do what I
Yeah.
can for that.
And then and
That's
then when
the
and
problem.
then when you don't have it, don't be mad that you don't have it. Like you just said a little while earlier. Like if you got shoes on your feet, be appreciative. You got a ceiling over your head, be appreciative. You got clothes on your back, be appreciative for that. You breathe air today, be appreciative for that. If you start showing more appreciation for those little things, I'm telling you,
Your day
that
be so
goes a long way in favor, bro. Even if you don't believe in God, that's just karma. That's you. That's you being. That's you. You know what I'm saying? Accepting what you have, being grateful. You see what I'm saying? That builds character. I'm telling you, that goes such a long way. That materialistic lifestyle, yo. I'm telling you, that material lifestyle is. Once you die, it's over. You're not gonna be to buy those jeans or buy that shirt or buy those shoes. Money's not gonna matter at that point. Money only matters here in America or just commerce in general. It don't matter after you die, though. We know that because we're not here, so it shouldn't matter. But we get this mindset that materialistic things define us because I guess we don't have nothing. We think that we have it. It means something. That's just psyches, yo. That's psyches that been taught down, and that's what we got to get away from, yo. The psyches that been taught down, bro.
Another comment. There's nothing wrong with looking nice or killing people over it. Is it really worth it? Hell no.
Nah,
Hell
man,
no.
it's not, yo. Like there's nothing. There's
Shout out to my most loyal subscriber, baby girl.
Yeah,
Shout
word, yo. That's what's up, yo. But nah, dog, like it's definitely not worth it, yo. In no way, form, or fashion, yo. Murder, you only kill somebody in complete necessity. Like I'm talking about, like you know what I'm saying. You feel for your life, you got to kill. Like I get it, but over shoes, shirt, pants, like that, no, yo. Like even if you don't got it, you better fucking, yo, you better figure it out, bro. Like you don't steal from a store before you kill some. You know what I'm saying? Before you kill somebody, you steal from a store before you do that. Like, come on, yo. Like, have some, like, just think about what's going to happen in the afterlife, yo. You're not going to sit and think that you just took somebody's child, somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's cousin, and think that you're not going to have to pay for that, yo. Like, you think that's it? Like, dang, you think your life is that, like, entitled, that God just said, here you go. Like, do what you will. I don't care. No, man. Like, it wouldn't even make any sense. Like, oh, we're not a pole. We're not a fence. We're not a street light. We human beings. We possess a mentality that was God given. That's not no fucking like. We just literally act like it's nothing, bro. Like that shit's sad, yo.
Live across comments. Shout out to my boy Chris, man. Um, Everything starts with your mindset. If you can manipulate people to do sinful acts, that's what they will do. Exactly.
Not
It all comes from the bottom. It all comes from the top
Nah,
down.
and that's true, and that's true. And what that boils down to is like they're lost, man. If you
What
easily manipulated by sinful
the
acts,
fish rots from the top. The fish rots from the top.
yeah,
If
yo,
the
that
top of
means
the
they're
fish
lost.
rot, everything else is going to fall down and become rotten.
You
It,
know what I'm saying?
it
That
started with
means
the
they're
government, and then it just trickled down to the citizens.
word.
That's all it is. Literally.
Word. That means God's already hardened their hearts. That means they do. If they think if sinful acts intrigues them, then they're already lost, man. Those people aren't necessarily who we worry about. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We care about everybody, but those kind of people aren't going to change anything. They're not going to change the narrative. They're not going to be on board when we start moving this thing forward. When people start really changing and
I
waking up,
agree.
they're going to be left behind. God already got their life set for them. They left behind. If you need that,
Correct.
if you easily influenced by that shit and you think that you cool, that's what's up. But that life is over. They're materialistic. That lifestyle is here and gone, bro. Like they know, and that's why they try to bury themselves in it, because they know that once that lifestyle's over, it's all they got. When they die, that's it. Like they know, and which is why they live the way they live, man. You know what I mean? If you woke, man, you see that, man. Keep that mindset and just
Yeah,
don't let
woke.
them drag you into that shit, yo. Straight up.
And so yeah, I'm gonna discuss some things. How do you become woke? I know everybody keeps saying, you got these spiritual
Word.
channels like
Now
they
I
try
get
to
it.
show
All
and
right.
other guys. If you watch those guys on YouTube, they're saying they gaze the sun and screaming gazer, gazer, and all that. You know what I'm saying? And meditate. Da, 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 da. Now, this is where I part ways with these channels. That's why I part ways.
All right.
Meditation is important. It clears your mind. It clears your
Absolutely.
soul. There's any impurities going through your mind, body, or soul.
Mm-hmm.
Wholeheartedly agree with that. Look at the sun. It does help you with vitamin A. It does help with your skin. It does help you feel more healthy.
Absolutely.
Wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
I agree with all the benefits of what they're saying. But when certain spiritual channels, I'm not gonna say no spiritual channel names because most of them don't do this. But some of them
Okay.
say, "Oh yeah, it replaces God. The Bible's fake." Da, 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 da. So we part ways. This is where we part ways.
I get it. I get it.
If people stop saying that this is fake and it's written by man, use it as a manual.
Yeah,
Use
man.
the Bible
And
as a manual to learn how to live life. That's how you use it.
absolutely, man.
If you use it as every word is completely 100% honest, you can't do it because it's written by man. It's not written by God.
And
God didn't write it.
that's see,
Jesus
this
Christ
is
did not
where
write the
like word up, cuz
people
like
wrote the Bible in his behalf. So yes, it might be a little inaccurate, but
not
the concept of the stories are not. That's what
right.
we got to. The concept of the stories are not. The
No, I
concepts
get
of
it,
the
man.
stories are completely true,
See,
and it's something that you can use every day to become a better person.
absolutely, cuz,
That's
and that's what it's for. A manual. I
I
like
don't
that.
understand that crap. Like, God
It's
dang
a
it. Shoot.
it's a manual, which means a manual doesn't necessarily mean it's perfect. That means a manual isn't, I mean, it's just a manual. Somebody wrote it. I mean, it
Thank
may
you.
be wrong. It may be right. But I'm gonna tell you though, cuz like something that
God is
I
real though. I'll tell you that right now. No
huh?
doubt. God
Oh
is real
yeah.
though. No doubt.
See, that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying,
The
where,
Lord is
you know,
real, bro.
I've been on this mindset where, you know, I've been doing some studying, dog, and really trying to you know, I know they don't, a lot of people don't like to do this, but I try to like, you all right?
Yeah, we're good. Multi-tapped.
All right. I try to analyze, you know what I'm saying? I try to like, you know what I'm saying, analyze what I read, man. And I've been reading, you know what I mean? I've really been reading the Quran lately. You know what I'm saying? And it may sound, you know, you think about what it preaches is like, you know what I'm saying? It talks about just literally God. Like God is one. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And it talks about how God is almighty, God is all merciful. It's no other. He said God had prophets, has messengers, and it named Jesus, and named Abraham, and named everybody who we named in the Bible. It named everybody. So as I read along, you
I
know what I'm
never
saying?
read the Quran,
Nah,
so
and I didn't either. I did trust me. I
I
did
know that.
cut. I'm 31. I didn't either. I just now started reading it 3 weeks ago, and I'm you know so I just not because something told me just to read it. So I go by my feelings. I don't go by like, you know, I go by how I feel in my mind, my heart, what's telling me to do. So I just read. So I started reading, and the more I read, I started to see things started to happen that made a lot of sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, you think about Jesus, you think about Muhammad, you think about Abraham, all these men, Moses, all these men, they were doers of God's will. They weren't God. They were doers of God's will. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? God willed
All
them to do what they
prophets.
do. You see what I'm
prophets.
saying? That
All
is, I kept seeing that reoccur over and over again. Like it wasn't we like all the prophets, all the messages I think were real, but you gotta think about how American and think about how the religion. So we talk about getting back to ancestry. You think Africans were taught to you think they were taught about a blonde haired, blue eyed Jesus? It wouldn't even make any sense.
No.
And the reason why I say that is because they put an image there. When I say they, obviously the image, whoever did that were this nation.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
like that. That wasn't. You don't see white Jesus nowhere else. It's only here. It's only in this country. So and they
yeah,
taught us that. They taught us their way of interpreting the Bible. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. That's how they did it. And then we adapted that religion, and we adopted that religion. You see what I'm saying? It's not to say it's right or wrong because nobody's the judge but God. It's not to say it's right or wrong, but we only learned that religion because it was taught to us. We did not bring that to it. We did not teach that amongst each other. Then came over here and still. That's not how it went. You see
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It went with African spirituality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So like,
That's what they.
and it's no. I don't want to sound like I'm against any. I'm not like like I'm just understanding that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that God. I just know like it's kind of like it just makes me feel like it kept mentioning how like you can't consist other God. You can't put other gods. There is no other God. Like it was basically saying how he's bigger than just the Father and the Son. He's bigger than he's the all creator, the heavens and the earth. So it wouldn't make he's bigger than just us, like me being a father, him being a father. We're not the same. Like I'm not on the same level as God. And I think that's what the Quran teaches so far is about not being on the same level as God and not putting anyone on a level. And even when you read scriptures, you start to realize, hold on, nobody was saying that. All these prophets, all these messengers were saying all through God. It wasn't like somebody was saying I'm the whole entire time. Nobody said it. So that, and like I said, that's why I try to get back and just, all right, well, in that case, man, like it makes more sense now and stop confusing it. It's so many, like, there's like 40,000 groups of Christians. Like, why is there so many damn 40? It's a lot of different groups. It makes you feel like, what does that mean? Like, it's so many different, like, Bibles. It's like 70-something books. And that I'm not trying to discredit it. It just makes me feel like, who's been manipulating it so much as to where now I get why people argue it so much. Because it's like, it's too many times. So, like, who's doing that?
Too many different versions.
Yeah, man. So that, and don't get me wrong, a lot of the versions still sound the same. It's not like it's different. It's just too many versions to follow. So that's why I never actually read a Bible fully through. I heard scriptures, but the Quran I got like an English version just to be able to read it. You know what I'm saying? It's more word. It's more like worded in the sense because obviously it was made in 637, which was, first century. It was actually like so it's more word. It's worded a certain way, as opposed to the Bible was worded obviously dating 2,000 plus years and years ago. So it makes sense. So I don't discredit the Bible at all. I don't praise the Quran. I just more so just read for understanding. What makes the most sense?
You read for honesty. Yeah, you read for knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think what makes sense to me, dog. And I think about if God is the ultimate creator, and we're not in tune with God, we put everything else in place. But how would that make him feel if there is a God? You feel me? Like we put everything else in place of the Almighty. We put everything in place, like any other entity, and say he's God. Like that makes me feel like we just literally ignored the whole thing. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man, but I don't want to like talk too much about religion, but that's where my mind is at too. And I just had to kind of like, touch on it because you mentioned it. But like,
I feel.
Yeah, man, but that's what I mean by changing narrative too, though, man. Because I feel like if we get back to our, our ancestral roots, I think we'll start to get away from certain ideologies, man. Like certain ideologies, yo.
Yeah. So I do have another stream in a few, so we're gonna probably wrap this up.
Wrap it up, cuz. Wrap it up, yo. Like,
Yeah. So basically,
good,
what we're trying to say is, when you change a narrative, you should change in how you think mentally. You think how you evaluate yourself spiritually. You get closer to God, wherever you think it is. If you believe in the Quran, you believe in Allah, fine, whatever. If you believe in Jesus Christ, wherever you prefer, that's what you run to. That's what you run to. That's the person that you confide with. That is your version of God that you confide with. That's fine.
Absolutely.
If you believe in Christianity, you believe in Jesus Christ, that's fine. If you believe in Allah, it's fine. If you believe in Buddha, whatever. Also, another thing is, get off this materialistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you watch see people all they dripped out. Think about other stuff other than materialistic stuff. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
looking
man.
good, wrong looking nice, but don't make that your main priority. You know what I'm saying?
It's bigger than that,
Also,
yo.
you become a business owner, become your own boss.
Mm-hmm.
You become an IBO, independent business owner, like I'm doing right now. You can go to a storefront, whatever you do. Be your own boss.
Yeah,
Set your
man.
own money, set your own schedule, and do not
Mm-hmm.
confine to the 9 to 5 norm. You confine the norms, you're just a jag, you're just a person. That's all you
Yeah,
are.
man.
And also, and another thing, and this is one last thing. Use social media as a platform to bring positivity. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
man.
memes. I know you want to laugh. I know you want to have fun and joke and all that. But at the same token, the most important thing on social media is to spread positivity. Because right now we're going through a pandemic. Right now we're going through all this other stuff with the election and all this other stuff that we are much more important than Offset and Cardi B divorcing.
Yeah, man.
More important than Aunt Glizzy and Davy Ruffin arguing on IG Live about fighting. All that stuff is unimportant.
It's
It really
irrelevant,
is.
man.
Talk about what's important first. You use your social media platform as a priority to speak about what's important first. And if as you
Exactly.
want means you watch Davy Ruffin and Aunt Glizzy argue and you want to talk about Offset and Cardi B, that's fine. But make the priority of speaking positivity first.
Yeah, man.
That's what I want to
Absolutely.
speak positivity first.
Absolutely,
Um,
cuz.
yeah, we're gonna probably go ahead and wrap up this
Yeah, man.
stream.
All right,
Uh,
yo.
we'll wrap this up. We'll probably do this again. We'll do this again next Tuesday, cuz we made this
Yeah, man. We
podcast.
might make it a normal thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Positive
okay.
reinforcement.
Let's shoot again for next Tuesday at 7 o'clock
All right.
p.m. So if you guys, it will become a segment. Also, this will become a segment every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We'll do a live
Mm-hmm.
stream. Me and Big Cuz, Lucky Looch, man.
Word.
Also, if you have not watched the videos on this channel, I did a few of the days. I'm doing fast
Mm-hmm.
stuff on the channel as well, but some days we have to set aside for more important topics. And I think this is what we need to talk about. So I guess this
Absolutely,
is
yo.
episode one, talking about religion. Next is changing the norm.
There you go, cuz, man.
Next, so me and Anzo come up with some notes that we'll
Yeah.
have next time for changing narrative.
Absolutely, man. Hey, cuz, man. Hey, this is you're doing a phenomenal thing, man, and I appreciate you. I think people, your friends and your peers appreciate you, man. You're a positive man, a positive young black man doing good things, man. Keep up the good work, bro. We're gonna keep doing what we do, man. Leading by example, man. Shout out
Yes,
to you for
sir.
real, cuz. Keep doing what you do, yo, for real.
Yes,
And the
sir. Yes,
world, man,
sir.
we'll check into y'all, next week or whenever we do this,
Here with
man.
y'all, man. So, man, hey, you can come and subscribe. You guys new, man. Turn on post notifications. Always catching a live video,
Word.
man. If you're not subscribed, you're not subscribed yet, man. Join the A.L.O.T gang, man. Come
Yeah.
join the A.L.O.T family on the channel, man. Come join the A.L.O.T family, man. It's
Sir.
dope content on here. From fashion to discussion videos to story times to everything on this channel. Lot of dope shit on this channel. I encourage you
Mm-hmm.
to lie.
This ain't
Oh,
dope. Hey,
yeah,
shout out
man.
the streets.
We want to put God first out the way, man. Stay safe with this COVID-19. Stay safe, stay healthy, man. No one remember, man. We do a lot of dope shit on this channel. And you want that bag, you gonna put that work in for it, though, man. Come join the A.L.O.T gang. Y'all have a great one. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy, man. I'm
Word.
about to hit on the Protect Sports channel and do my
All right.
Washington football team roll call on other
All right,
channels.
cuz, man.
Go catch me on other channel. Guys, have a great one. Peace. Catch you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. sharp. I'll take it easy,
Sure.
man.
All
Next
right,
episode
yo.
will be Change the Narrative, episode 2 of the podcast. Stop confining to the norms. Take it
Yes,
easy,
sir.
y'all.
All right, y'all.